My first experience with true crime happened in relation to a case that I was working on. I represented a young father in a divorce, and these were very, very young parents, and mom had given birth shortly after she had filed for divorce, or right before she had filed for divorce. So my client had had almost no parenting time with his son, and yet mom was claiming that my client was abusive to both her and the baby while he had very limited contact with the baby in the courthouse. We proved at trial that she was lying, and my client was granted joint legal decision making and given parenting time. Within a week of him beginning to start his parenting time, mom was gone. And mom's parents called the police and stated that my client had killed or kidnapped mom and the baby. So my client was now being investigated by police, and media was saying that my client may be a murderer. Now, we knew mom had fled. This was just a continuation of the divorce. So the clients hired a PI, the FBI eventually got involved, but nothing was happening. We could not find this mom and baby. I used every tool I possibly could in the family court. We subpoenaed the bank accounts of the parents of the mom and of the phone records of the parents, which would have been the grandparents of the baby, and of the mom. We figured if we found the credit cards or if we got the cell phone records, we could track this person down, but no. Eventually, a Facebook group was put together by a local resident who was interested, and they didn't know whether or not my client was a murderer and an abuser or if mom was a wackadoo. They didn't know, but a Facebook group was formed, and this was my first experience with true crime. People from all over the country joined this Facebook group, and the clients gave all of their information, any information they could get, over to the people in the Facebook group who did the sleuthing and who spent hours and hours and hours figuring out who done it and where was this mom and baby. Eventually, the phone records led us to someone local who was probably involved. And as it became public, her daughter was in the Facebook group, and her daughter went to her and was like, "Mom, you were involved. Like, here it is. Look at this phone call at this time. This grandma was your best friend. You know something. They're going to come find you." And the mom, that witness who had driven the mother and the baby to San Diego, went to police and turned herself in. If she had not done that, the FBI had run out of leads. Mesa PD and Mesa detectives had run out of leads. The Facebook group, in conjunction with very aggressive clients who allowed me to be very aggressive in court, that's what solved this case. And eventually the baby was found, the mom was found, the baby was reunited with my client, and the mother and her parents went to jail. Fast forward many years later, mom disappeared out of the picture, didn't have any contact with her son for many years. My client got remarried, became a doctor, and his new wife adopted that baby.